How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korban Gaming. Welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms video, and for this week's video we will be going through the Osiris League bets once again. Okay, so we are finally at the last stage, the grand finals of Osiris League season 3. So let us go through our bets for last week, and yes, we won. Okay, so last week we had OV versus what was that team again? Sorry, OV versus Snow, was it? No, OV versus Rose. Yep. Okay, so it was a very close match, and OV managed to pull out the win in the end. Rose did very well as well against Season 1's champions, Season 2's semi-finalists, and Season 3's finalists. Okay, Rose did extremely well. Like, it was a very close match, 4,000 point difference only. But OV managing to win all of the arcs, and that really just secured them the win. Same goes for K374. What was really surprising about K374's game with Snow was that both sides provisioned 13,000 points. That's right, guys. Both sides provisioned 13,000 points. That is an insane amount. Nobody has ever seen that amount of provisioning before in any competitive arc game, and we can really start to see the meta shift. Like, right now, it's all about just holding your buildings, not so much of aggressing the enemy's buildings. Right now, a lot of teams, their basic strategy is holding on to their own set of buildings. Afterwards, when the arc spawns, dump all of your troops, send everybody to the middle, 100 marchers and whatnot, and then, you know, just go ahead and try and get the arc. Afterwards, when you're nearing the end, just farm like crazy, farm for your life, and then that is basically how most of the teams, the competitive teams, are playing nowadays, from what I can see. Like, if you can get a few of the enemy's buildings for a little while, then sure, that's an added bonus. But if you can't, then, you know, just make sure you win the mid game, and that's really what we are seeing. So K374 and OV, they have faced each other before. So before I go into that, okay, last week we did win. Okay, K374 versus SNO. I knew K374 would pull out the win. Okay, netted me a profit of 2.1k Oryx. I didn't bet on the OV versus Rose match because I knew OV would win for sure, and OV, the odds weren't that good. So yep, K374 versus SNO, the odds were pretty much equal. So very nice profit right here. I already cleared out the shop, which is why you see I have so little Oryx left because of this big winning right here. So the only thing that's left for me that I really want is really the gold keys. So I'm just going to finish all the gold keys. This is worthless, this is worthless, and this is worthless. So you don't have to buy any of those. Okay, and for this finals bet, it's going to be a best of 3 from based on what Lilith said. So it's not going to be one match, it's going to be 3 matches. If they are back to back, which means it'll be from 1500 to 1600, 1600 to 1700, and 1700 to 1800. 3-hour long Osiris League. Will it be back to back? Who knows? But you know, best of 3. So who am I gonna go with? I will have to say OV, guys. It's already the last match. There's no point saving your Oryx. You either go all in on one team or all in on the other team. And if you already cleared out everything, then yeah, just why not just go all in and see how many you can win. Okay, so all in on OV. I do think that OV is a very strong team. Why is this so? Is because they can adapt and they can change their strategy according to their opponent. They never have the same strategy for every single opponent. They are always changing, and that is what makes them so strong. All of the other teams that I've seen, they have one set strategy, just go out and dominate. But you know, there will never be one strategy that conquers all. There will always be a counter to your strategy, and what OV has done is they have put in the work, they have put in the effort to study their opponent's strategy, and then come up with a counter to their opponent's strategy, and that is what makes them so strong. On top of that, they are also a very highly adaptable team. They are able to adapt and change their strategy mid-match, which I have not seen any teams be able to do so before. This being said, 374 has beaten OV before, but because of that, I'm even more confident that OV will be able to pull out the win this time, because they are very sure and they know exactly what 374 is capable of. They know what 374 is doing, and if 374 does not change up their strat, and they are thinking that their same old strat that they used to be OV earlier on will be able to work this time around, then they are very wrong, because OV, I am 100% sure they will come out with a strat to counter 374. So it's a rematch, basically a vengeance match. Will OV be able to get their revenge against K374 inside of the grand finals for season 3, and will they be two-time champions, something that we've never seen before inside of the game, but you know, that'll be very impressive if they do. Or will 374 dethrone the favorites, which is OV, and become the new seasons 3 Ark of Osiris champions? Who knows what will happen, you know, but you know, I think that OV will definitely pull out the win here. Okay, for Eye for Talent, unfortunately, all my bets into HKL went down the drain. So there's only 2 teams to bet on right now, 374 OV. I would say everything in on OV, and you know, the shop here, what will be useful is obviously the Legendary Commander Sculpture, this Equipment Materials Choice Chest, all of these right here. Dazzling Starlight Sculptures not so useful. Golden Key, definitely don't go for it. 3-hour training speed up, that could be useful as well. And the decoration if you're a collector. So I will check back with you again the next week after everything has blown over to see whether or not OV will win, and I'll give you some of my closing thoughts on the entire Ark of Osiris and how I think in general all the other teams did. So this is my bet and my prediction for the finals, and it has been a very fun journey with you guys. Okay, whether you guys follow my bet or you guys didn't follow my bet, I know many of my alliance mates do follow my bet, and some of them, they even said that, you know, sometimes I'm accurate, sometimes I'm not, but you know, that's just the way it is. It's basically gambling. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more betting videos from me. And till the next time, I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Peace out.